come here. Welcome to the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, live every Sunday on Leicester Fan TV. Come on, you Foxes.
Yes, another day, another weekend, another Sunday, another 9:30 start. Hope everyone is doing okay. Again, get your views and comments in. We'll be talking everything Leicester City. We have been, again, fortunate to have another win yesterday, and that's on unbeaten streak now, as you can see in the title. Unbeaten streak in pre-season, which for most Leicester fans is very surprising. Get your views and get your comments in, as always. We'll be talking about the game. I did watch bits and pieces of it, but we'll get into it a bit more straight after the intro.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms.
Want to watch more content like this? Hit the like button. Give us your views. Hit subscribe to Leicester Fan TV and make sure to follow Leicester Fan TV on all socials.
Yes, as always, make sure to follow our socials, Leicester Fan TV on everything you can find. I saw the first comment, and I will bring it up because, Gray, I'm not late. I'm on time. It's already 31 minutes past 9. I'm not late. Matthew, how are we doing, mate? Daki looks shite again. Lovely. Straight in there, always saying that, yeah. Dawn, morning. Mr. B, morning, mate. Andy Downing, how we doing? Craig, good morning, mate, and all the Leicester fans. Of course, all the Leicester fans. As in, get your views and get your comments in. We'll be talking about everything from yesterday. The new kit release as well for the away kit. Bit weird how we've announced the away kit before the home kit, but I guess because we played away and we were playing against a team in blue, it probably would have been the right choice. But it's still annoying that we've not had the home kit announced yet. We'll get some people in a second. I'll just see if there's any more comments coming in. Gray said also Alves looked like good for 20 minutes. Surprised he didn't get longer. I don't know. Again, I didn't really see the second half of the game. I saw the first half and it was decent. Again, the lineup we had out. Yes, there was a few players you probably would say that aren't going to be starting in the season, but it's just about getting fitness in the legs, isn't it? Again, getting that style implemented into the team. Obviously, we were bringing on people that probably watched the game more, and we'll get a bit more of an understanding of how we played. But again, it's just about getting the fitness in, and it's just about getting ready for the new season. And I think Andy King, like we've said a couple of weeks ago, has done a very good job in getting the players ready for whoever came in to just implement their style and get them playing the way he wants to. And a lot of fans, from what I've seen, a lot of fans are happy with what the managers are saying and how he wants to implement into the team. And as much as I didn't think he would be a fan favourite, a lot of fans are starting to see that he's not like Enzo. He's more of a pragmatic player and a manager in the fact of he can adapt. He wants to go a bit more forward at times. He doesn't want to be passing around all the time. He wants to be getting that ball aggressively forward at times. So for me, it's good to see. Andy Medher says, why are we looking at signing a goalkeeper who's drawing a pension? I know, I was surprised when I saw it, but people have been mentioning that we have let Ward go. I think Mads should be going, so I see the point in getting one more extra keeper. It isn't the worst idea, and I think he's quite cheap or even on a free, so it's probably worth it, and he's an okay keeper for a backup if Slarchek gets that first choice, so I'd take it. But again, as long as he's not extortionate. Before we'll get one last comment up. Good to see Abdul back. It is my favourite player in the Leicester squad at the moment. I love him. We'll bring in Jono first. Jono, how we doing, mate?
Not bad. I'm good.
Yeah, all good. Nick, how we
Hey
doing,
up,
mate?
You're right.
Yeah, all good. We'll get into the game firstly then. What was people's thoughts on it? Because again, I don't know how much you two watched of it, but I saw the first half and the team we put out there quite comfortably looked okay. again, Winks not really done too bad. I know, Jono, last week you said that he seems to be a bit under the level that you want him to be. But for me, I think if you don't notice him or you don't really see anything wrong with him, I think he's just doing a good job. Like we saw him last time in the Championship.
I mean, look at when he was under Enzo. He wasn't at the star of the show. He just did his job, and I think he'll slot into that system the same way under Cifuentes. But overall, instantly, I saw the mold of a playing style which is very forward attacking. Like if you look at Luke Thomas, he was flicking the ball to Monga all game or all first half. Mavididi got a lot of joy on the left wing as well. He was offside a few times. Again, I'm not expecting it to be perfect. We've had a few loose passes that almost led to a goal. We slipped a few times, but I think that was the pitch. A few players slipped, but overall, very fast football. You don't see the Wout fast standing on the ball for 30 seconds at the back waiting for a pass. So first impressions, I was very impressed. Yeah, Monga again was just really, really good. I thought Monga, even though he's 17 now, he has to him Fatawu at the front with. I think Alcudia is going, but if we get a new striker, I think that'd be a really dangerous front three. And on Daka, he has to go. He's had enough chances. That goal he scored? That was
a good goal.
Hey, I'm not deny that I was a big criticism of him last season, but as a different role in the striker / centre forward kind of role that maybe Cifuentes wants him to play, I'd be more than happy to, because I know he can score goals. He's just in a position where he was last season. He wasn't. I don't think he was anywhere near as what he could be up front. But Nick, obviously, like I say, Grace says there about Monga. The one thing I did see about him yesterday was that one thing where he went down the wing, got to the byline of the goal, and just kind of skilled him out, and then he obviously got a foul to be a free kick. But again, I know Jono probably prefers him to start this season, but if Alcudia does go, I know he's not ever really played in that 10 sort of role, but there's probably a chance where he's getting more game time now in each game. I know obviously it's about fitness and getting everyone's game time up, but is there a chance he gets a bit more game time if Alcudia does decide to leave?
I think so. I mean, I wouldn't certainly put Monga as the number 10. I would probably rather have Mavididi as the number 10 myself. I think, again, Monga impressed me massively in that first half. I thought he was a bit like the Leuven game where their right back, you just didn't know how to deal with him. He had, he was brilliant. I think you can take a lot of promise from what I saw and what we all saw yesterday. What I was impressed with was the pressing to try and win the ball back as soon as we lost it. It was a lot more.
Daka made one good thing. Did you notice Daka almost got the ball back from the goalkeeper? The goalkeeper put on the floor. Then he didn't realise how close Daka was. Obviously, Daka was not good enough to get the ball back, but he put the goalkeeper with the pressure. But yeah,
can we as much as we know Daka's shit, can we just not have the slander for us? Because right now he's our only
Ayew is our striker. Ayew is our striker.
I would start Ayew.
No, I'm not saying I wouldn't.
If we're going into this season where we don't get another striker, and it's a free of Daka, Evans, and Ayew, for me, Ayew's done all right so far in the preseason games, and he's got more goals than Daka. Daka's more dangerous shooting at the bloody corner flag rather than at the goal.
No, I do agree. And as much as, like I say, I did give him a lot of criticism last season in a different role, in that more attacking forward role. I wouldn't mind it. And again, we know how good he has been in the past of being a goal scorer from Palace and whatnot. So I'm not opposed to it. We'll talk about a bit more about the kit though. It was announced about 4 or 5 hours before that it was going to come out. Nick, what's your first thoughts to see you wearing a pink top? I'm guessing you're on the same sort of side as me, but yeah.
I think that stupid stripe down the side ruins it. For me, it looks like a Juventus reject. I don't like it.
We'll cover Jono while we show it, just because it looks awful. In my opinion, it looks woeful. And that's just me being polite. I don't like it at all. I think the one Nick's wearing's better, but I still don't like it. It's just like, I don't know what style are they going for on that, because I will say the design of like where the lines are on the edge at the top is consistent with the one we've seen leaked for the home shirt. So the home shirt could be accurate, but John, I know you like it. So what you got to say about it?
I think it's just clean. Like it's not overcomplicated. It's crisp. I think I like the contrast with the pink and black and the white. I think the strap looks a bit different.
I think anything that comes out you're gonna like anyway. So
no, I don't. I don't like the away shirt. Because this pink is the third shirt. Or away shirt's that black one with the green arrow pattern.
Do we know that though? Do we know that for sure?
Well, the one that's leaked so far, I'm not impressed with the away kit, but the third kit I think looks really smart. I think the
goalie shirt, what Jakub was wearing yesterday looked decent.
Well,
I thought that looks all right.
I'll tell you this. Me and John spoke last week before the show, and we're looking at like the new kits that Adidas bring out, because it's always normally the same sort of thing. And we did notice that Man United actually did have that for sale, and we were like, we've not seen that yet. And that was, I'm pretty sure, Johnny, that was the
it's
one.
It's exactly the same.
There you go.
Because Adidas have all the same. If you look at all the goalkeepers,
they've all got the same templates, haven't they? So,
yeah, the goalkeeper colours and the pattern is all the same across everything. So our kit's the same as United's and Forest and whatever.
Yeah. So obviously we spoke about Daka and we're saying about he's not good enough, and obviously we said that AU should be starting up front. If, like Andy says, we need a striker, in my opinion, right now, I think we should be looking at a striker in the Championship who's proven he's done it in the Championship. I know it sounds stupid to say because it sounds like it's the right thing to do, but I think I can go back to when I watched Wrexham, Welcome to Wrexham. They bought in League One the best striker in League One, basically. And they obviously went to do amazing stuff and got promoted. For me, it's just about going to a team that has proven that they can score goals in the season, even if they're not getting to the top 6 in the league. You go and buy them, and you just make. I know they're not going to be too much, but I know it's about selling players first. But what's your take? Because again, we're not going. I don't think we're going to get any Premier League level strikers into the Championship, are we? So we can't. I don't think we can go out and go to a European side and go, we'll try and get them, because that's what we did with Daka and it didn't work. Nick,
you give your views.
While I agree with you, Reedy, in that premise, we need a proven Championship striker that could in the future make the step up to the Premier League. Those guys don't come cheap, dude. And with the state
in
of
the
our
Championship,
finance,
it won't be too expensive, though.
Oh, I don't know, mate. Yeah, but it'll be the same thing. Like, say for example, what we did to Manchester United those years ago. They came running for Maguire, and we whacked an £82 million price tag on his head, and they paid it.
Yeah.
Championship, we are one of the big fish in the Championship. These sort of teams will put that price up for that striker, stupid money.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean? I don't know it. I mean, I know who I'd like, but there's rumours of him going to a big, a Premier League club, which is I'd go for Josh Sargent at Norwich.
Yes, I heard that, and I think he's going to a Bundesliga team, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, he's been in the Championship for years, knows the league, always does a decent goal return, and he's also had a run in the Prem when they were last in. So, but knowing our luck, we'll end up going for a Patrick Bamford or somebody like that, because he's
a lot of people have said in the comments about him. Gareth does say we can't buy until we sell. Apparently, yeah, it is true. Yeah. It's been confirmed that we can't buy anyone like worth anything, obviously, other than Begovic, because I think he is on a free or whatever.
See, for me, that's not a bad deal. If he's on a free, and also he's not going to be first choice, and because of the age he's in, what's not to say it's a player/coach role he's having, and he's been around for years. He's a decent keeper, so it's a good way to to teach because I don't think we've got a goalkeeper coach in the club at the moment. So because didn't he go off to Sheffield Wednesday or somewhere? So I wouldn't be at all surprised if it's a player/coach role with Begovic.
Yeah, Jono, what's your take on it? Again, I know we can't buy many players, but Begovic, decent deal. When I first saw it, I was like, "Well, the hell are we going for another Ward?" But like you say, we look like we will probably. I know it's not been like rumored yet to be leaving, but if we're looking for a keeper, it means that someone's somehow leaving at some point.
Well, yeah, if Mads is going, we need a backup keeper, but don't do a 5-year, 70 grand a week BS like we've done.
I don't think Begovic would be that. He's too. I think he's too old for
old.
someone to be given that.
But if you give him a 1-year, 2-year contract, 30 grand a week, sign, you can't complain really. But
what was his last Premier League club? Was it Bournemouth or was it Everton?
Yeah, Bournemouth.
Oh,
but he also knows Cifuentes as well because he played under Cifuentes at QPR.
Yeah, you're right. That's again we were thinking about that when we were linked with Deitch, and he was linked with a few players from Burnley, and now obviously Begovic is going in because he's linked with QPR. It always seems to come around. Obviously, go on, Jono.
I mean, our squad technically is good enough around the pitch, but the only player I think we need is a striker. And I mean, if you want to go and spend big, you can get a Calvert-Lewin or a Callum Wilson.
Would Calvert-Lewin drop?
He might drop, but I don't. He's another journeyman. That's like the equivalent of us doing what we did with Edward, in my opinion. He's not been prolific for Everton for years. He'll be on high wages. What's the point?
If you want to get a striker from the Championship that I like is Tommy Conway. I think he'll be from Middlesbrough. I think he could be like, he's a good, he could be a player we could add. Middlesbrough, I think if he looked at Leicester and the proposition of getting promoted, I think he could join. But again, what sort of fee would you pay him for him? 20 million, 25 million for a player like that? But I think, but midfield and defence wise, as long as we keep a core structure, I think we got enough to maintain to a decent squad.
Armchair Jockey says that Sargent's already gone, which is annoying because again, it was a good idea. Someone said Callum Wilson from, I'm guessing,
too injury prone.
Yeah.
Injury prone.
Again, right. I'm not opposed to these like players that are out of favourite Premier League clubs, but right now they're out of favour for a reason because they're not good enough to be in the. I know they're probably not going to be in the Premier League, but they might be good enough in the Championship. I think the one sort of player I think we've lacked in a while is either a big man up front, which is like a Ujo style, but just a lot better now.
You've got that in Ayu now.
I'd say so.
He's not a weakling, is he? Let's be fair.
I get that. I'm just saying. I'm saying a big boy, like a 6-foot player, or someone like Okazaki who would just get stuck in. Because I miss that sort of Okazaki style of player where they just don't care what they do. They just always get there and just get stuck in. We'll move on then to the next couple of games. Obviously, I'm not going to name them because I don't have a clue about them. But we've got 2 pre-seasons left to go until the Fiorentina game. What are we looking at coming into the next few games then? Because again, we've had a good progression from the start of pre-season, getting 3 wins in a row. We've now got a manager in, and obviously saw the first game and got a win as well. What are we looking for in the next couple of games before we get to that Fiorentina big game at the end?
Same again.
Again.
With more time with Marta. I think you have to. What you can take away from yesterday is Marta had 4 days with them max, and you could see that his ideas were being put forward and the players were responding. So that's after 4 days. Fantastic work done by Kingy, who's obviously done some sort of report to Cifuentes and said,
and we know
that are up for it, and
we know that Kingy's staying as well.
Exactly,
yeah,
which is probably the best news we could hope for at this point under the circumstances. Yeah, just keep going and keep doing what we're doing because something's clicking somewhere.
Jono, any more to add?
I want to maybe start. I wouldn't say we now only start seeing the first 11. I think maybe trying to find players that link together. Like Luke Thomas through balling it to the wingers and maybe defensive partnership. I don't want to see players like Cody and El Canus be massive structures of the team if we know they're probably leaving. I think the manager needs to decide, I need to work with the players mainly that I've got who are going to stay and then play the El Canus and stuff like that because they're part of the squad still. But I want to see them not be as a main feature until unless they're guaranteed to stay.
No, I agree. Again, I was a bit shocked myself seeing Cody in the lineup yesterday. I wouldn't say Elkanou's as much because there's been linked, but nothing like
he's going to go. He's too good.
Anything.
He's too good to play in the Championship.
I think like you said, I think the main thing about it is getting an idea on who your better players are going to be for your squad. Like I say, for me in the back line, I know obviously Cifuentes might have a different view, but for me it's Ben Nelson and Coley in that back line. But then he might think it would suit it better for a different style or different personnel on the pitch compared to what we've got. But I don't know.
Line, personally, really, I think the back line picks it. In my opinion, it picks itself anyway. Luke Thomas left back, Ricardo right back, and Nelson and Coley as your two centre backs.
Because obviously he did play FaZe yesterday and he did play Cody, but I know obviously again people say it's about fitness. But in the nenext couple of games, I was trying to mention that I think maybe you've got to start seeing the players he wants to play getting more game time than others, in my opinion.
I think you will. But as I say, I mean, we did two teams again, didn't we, yesterday? Apart from Jakub. But that's what all preseason, isn't it? It's all fitness, minutes in the legs and stuff, and working on patterns of play and this, that, and the other. And it's also, let's play devil's advocate. If we are still come the end of the window and we're still lumbered with Cody, Vestergaard, Fass, and all the other Christensen and all the other deadwood that we need shifting out, they're going to have to be some, familiar with the tactics and the style and everything, because if they're to be thrown in, they're going to be no idea what's going on. So I kind of see why Marty's picking them. It's probably, if anything, it's just in case. Do you know what I mean? Which is,
he's got to see what they've got to offer, haven't they? Really?
Exactly.
Yeah. Neil here does say that I'd like to see Ricardo Pereira be the made club captain on and off the pitch. For me,
I think he will be anyway. I think the only reason that was telling in the second half when he come on, he was captain. I think
the moment Vardy left last season, I was straight up to say it has to be him, because again, I know he's only got 1 year. He's got 1 year left on his contract, and I wouldn't be surprised. I know he's injury prone more now. I wouldn't be as shocked if he does stay on if we get back up.
I wouldn't be. I think it's clear to see Ricky loves the club. Let's be fair, the fans love Ricardo, so it's a no-brainer, really. So.
David Jenkins says, I'd like Elkanou's to go on loan and hope we can get him back for next season.
There's no chance.
He wouldn't go on loan. If anything, we would sell him and that's it.
Why would you weaken yourself just to potentially have him back if we got up?
Players.
Yeah. No, it's either sell him or keep him. Simple as.
Yeah. We mentioned Winks earlier, but Neil does say as well that it looks like Winks is back in the fold. I think any of the players who weren't in the fold last season would be in the fold now with a new manager in. Again, it was only going to be the same if Rude stayed on. Ben Morgan says, why not try an Apoku or Hutchinson, Richards or Pennant? Again, these are all players that obviously are of clubs. I think Apoku we did buy and send straight to Leuven. It might be in the squad now. I think he might have come back to us, but again, Hutchinson, I think he's on somewhere. I think he's got interest somewhere else. But again, I think we all agree. I think the main position now, other than getting AU in that striker role, is just bolster the team, because right now I think we've got a good squad. We've not lost anyone as of yet. I know there's been rumours to Elkanous. Yes, we do need to, because otherwise we're not going to be able to bring anyone in other than Begovic. But is the good idea to try and keep them all and try and get some loans in that we are free? I don't know. People have said that.
He has bought experienced players on loan, and he's good at buying youngsters. But again, who's he going to like? As long as he sells Vestergaard, Cody.
The fact is, I know Cody looks like he's going, but Vestergaard's not going anywhere.
That's the thing. That's you've just hit the nail on the head there, Reader. I drew up a list in our group yesterday, weren't it? Who I would like to see out. And I've told the people in the chat, I want Christensen out, I want Fass out, I want Vestergaard out, I want Sumari out, I want Daka out, Dakova Reed out.
The fact is, all these names.
But here's the kicker: you've got to have a club that's interested in taking them.
I think
if you've got no interest, they're stuck here.
I think about 4 or 5 out of the 6 or 7 you've named, majority of them are not going anywhere. And
exactly.
the only 2 I could probably see making a move, if anything, is Sumare to like the French league because he will probably suit it better. And I'd say
also on the list, I did put that I think we could sell them, and I wouldn't be like crying my eyes out that we sold them, and that would be Hermansen and Bilal. Because for me, Hermansen's not looked the same since his injury.
No.
And
Sigalatic is good.
Exactly. And then for me, Bilal, we need the money, don't we? So it'll be
as
like
long as
Begovic
don't come in as number 1.
He won't be. He won't be.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, but we need the depth in the goalkeepers anyway, because if Hermansen does go, we are left with Jakob and that young lad Bowser. That's it.
Yeah, I agree.
Iverson went as well.
Liam does say, morning lads, people want to see the big score lines against teams like yesterday, but I felt there was many positive on display. That's 3 out of 3 in pre-season. Again, I'm not caring about what score it is. I'm glad that we've won all 3. Again, previous years, I think the year a few years ago when we won the championship, we didn't win a game, or we didn't really do too great. But for me, it's just about the fitness. It's about getting.
They were further in as well. Their season starts next weekend.
They look knackered.
Yeah,
the more teams we play now, the more close. The closer we're going to get to
fit. We look fit.
Yes, and that is down to Andy King.
It is. 100%.
There you go. Any last views on anyone from anyone today before we do finish? Andy does say teams can't afford their wages and ain't going to take a pay cut. Again, I agree. I think that's when Vestergaard was linked to like Fulham and stuff. I know I think he only had a kid just then, but again, he didn't want to go there to lose money. Chris Tidd says Vestergaard only contributes to the game, was half himself booked. Was getting himself booked. Oh, fair enough. Again, I still see a world where he gets game time next season.
He's too slow.
It doesn't matter about the slowness in this season. I think it's about how we can play, and I think Marty maybe will.
He might be slow, Jono, but
attributes he has.
Fair, the last time we were in the champ, he was arguably one of the better defenders we had. But that's only because he's playing at his level. Championship is Vestergaard's ceiling. He can't do it in the Premier League because he gets torn to shreds. But the Championship is solid enough to do a job. But what I want to see with these players that obviously I've listed and stuff like that, if we can't get no bids for them, I want to see that they're ready to put on the shirt and fight and scrap and put the effort in like the rest of the squad clearly is. Because if you're not, then you go, as far as I'm concerned, you're away from the first team squad and you go to the under-21s and see out your contract.
No, I agree. And I would say that when we brought Connor Cody in the year we won the championship, we all thought he would be the captain. He would come in and be that main player in that defence. Turns out he barely played a game. Vestergaard and FaZe showed him that's what we had to do.
Just because you got a big gob doesn't necessarily make you a captain.
And I think you've got. In a way, I'd say you've got to write off like your thoughts on players. Again, if Daka starts,
clean slate. They've all got a clean slate.
Even if Cifuentes wants to start Daka against Sheffield Wednesday, people are going to still slate him no matter what, even if he scores 3 goals.
No. Daka won't score.
I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just saying a point.
Everybody's got a clean slate, including your favourite person.
Vestergaard got so much praise. Like that year.
He's got.
Daka missed so many chances already. That's his first impression. He's missed so many hitters.
I shouldn't have mentioned him because now I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just saying the point of everyone has a fresh slate, like Nick says.
All I'm gonna say is regarding Dakar is even the Zambian mafia has seemed to have given up on him. Just say no more. That's all you need to know. The Zambian mafia has gone very quiet on Dakar the last
Chowdhury
few
mafia
weeks.
has come in. Did you see the comments in the live stream for Leicester? There was tons of Chowdhury fans.
Well, according to one of them, Chowdhury's better than Zidane. I saw in the comments. Honestly, I kid you not. It was on one of the Leicester City official posts. I think it was on the full-time report to come on Facebook, and they were saying, "Hamza Chowdhury, the goat, better than Zidane." And this, I was like, Do me a favour.
Well, I saw while I was watching the game yesterday, someone did mention that apparently Simari was apparently better than Zidane. I don't know what they were talking about, but no idea. Last comment of the day. Gray says Stack to score 3 goals. What, in one game or in total next season?
Total next season.
Do you know what? This is the last
FIFA?
comment. This is the last comment, actually. Why not Hamza as captain?
Nope, he's not.
I like Hamza. I do. I like his effort and I like his passion. You know, he does get his. You know, you was talking about getting stuck in, REEEDY, earlier on. Hamza does get stuck in. We can't say he doesn't. He does. He's a local lad. You know, he clearly wants to be here. He's not captain though, because for me, there's better players ahead of him in that role where he'd be. The only way he could potentially get some game time is if Ricky P's got an injury and can do a job at right back. That's the only way I see Hamza playing this season. What
I would say is a lot of Sheffield United fans, from what I've heard of, still want him and actually want to buy him still at right back. So I wouldn't be opposed to getting rid of him if we get some money for him.
It's pure profit because he come from the youth academy. So it's good for the PSR. If we
Liam, I think we've already agreed that I think Ricky P should be the captain next season. Nick, thank you for joining as always. We'll see you probably next Sunday for another show.
No doubt, mate. Have a good week, guys. Monday you go.
Yeah, see you in a bit, mate.
See ya.
Cheers. Jono, appreciate you coming on. At least you're on time this time instead of being late.
No, I'm on time. I'll see you next week.
Yes, see you next week. There you go, guys. Another show completed. And as always, make sure to follow us on all socials as seen down below. Appreciate you all joining, and we'll catch you all on the next one. See you in a bit, guys.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms.
Want to watch more content like this? Hit the like button. Give us your views. Hit subscribe to Leicester Fan TV and make sure to follow Leicester Fan TV on all socials.